Hello, it is I, FishSticks here, and if you don't watch this video all the way through, I will steal the cookie emoji off your phone's keyboard, so you better watch it. Sure, lady, I'll move and watch the whole bus turn on you. Hey y'all, I was talking with a friend of mine about bus routes in our city. I used to live there too, so she asked me if I still remember the price of tickets and which ones go where. It brought up several stories of instances we both had on the buses last year. I asked if I could post one of her stories and she said it was fine. I feel like this qualifies as malicious compliance, but let me know if it needs to be elsewhere. Her story: GL, my friend, REL, rude entitled lady, BD, bus driver. On with the show. The buses in that town have rules about who can sit where. This allows elderly, pregnant, disabled, and sick to sit up front closest to the door, with the most legroom. These seats face the walkway and fold up in case someone has a wheelchair or scooter. This is important. GL is short, older woman with a wheeled walker and a white woman. Again, important. To start the story, we follow GJ as she gets onto the bus, aided by BD. All is normal for a few stops. Then enter Ariel, a dark-skinned woman of average height looking no later than her mid-40s, with a complete Karen makeover. She sits across from GJ and all is well, until the next stop. A man in a scooter is waiting to be led onto the bus. BD politely says that one of the ladies will have to move so that he can lift the seat and help the man onto the bus. Ariel looks GJ dead in the eyes and says, "Ariel, well?" in the most disrespectful Karen voice. GJ is stunned for a second. This lady expects her to move to another seat on the bus. In order to do that, GJ will have to climb 2 large steps with her walker. This was one of those walkers with the seat and basket attached to it, so it was on the bulky side. Through the narrow walkway and leave her walker in the middle of the aisle, which is a safety violation and will block other passengers from getting on and off the bus. BD steps back onto the bus after lowering the ramp to allow the scooter man to board. Ladies, I'll ask again. At this point, Ariel looks at GJ with impatience and scowls, not wanting to create any drama. GJ slowly gets up and proceeds to move to another seat. Reaching the steps, she asks BD for assistance, not with her walker, but with her vertigo. After several minutes, BD helps GJ into the seat, but cannot fit the walker anywhere. Needing to get back onto his schedule, buses are only supposed to be stopped for 2 minutes if no one is entering or leaving. He leaves the walker in the aisle and proceeds to help the scooter man into his spot. Some of the people on the bus began to point out how utterly unfair it was that GJ had to move, and that the other lady should have. As the bus progressed, more and more people boarded the bus, each and every one of them complaining about the walker in the aisle. At which the passengers on who had witnessed what happened informed them why it was there, to which they turned their attention to Ariel, calling her out and demanding she switch seats with GJ. Ariel scolded them for taking sides with the white woman, and how if Rosa Parks didn't move to the back of the bus, neither should she. Even calling out the people of color for sitting in the back bus by their own choice. All the while, GJ is sitting quietly, watching the entertainment. It got so bad with all the shouting that BD pulled off to the side of the road and tore everyone a new one for being loud and shouting. Ariel actually had the audacity to claim that she was the victim of harassment and demanded a free month-long bus pass or else she'll be reporting to the city. BD was having none of it. He pointed to 3 cameras on the bus and said, "BD, feel free to show them the evidence. Now get off my bus." Ariel, with her mouth open and closing like a fish. But. She then stood up with a humph, picked up her oversized purse, and walked off the bus. Now there's a bus stop like every block, so she didn't have to walk far. But she did have to wait a whole hour for the next bus to come around. BD also helped GJ back into the appropriate seat. Scooter guy even felt like he needed to apologize, saying he felt like it was his fault. GJ assured him that it wasn't, and they shared a good laugh. "Sorry, but you're not Rosa Parks. And she's an old grandma, she's got a walker, she needs that seat. You can move, your legs work. Come on." Not allowed to use school PowerPoints? Let's bring in a generator. So I posted this on r/ProRevenge, but I figured it also belongs here. So here we go. PR, Principal, Dept, Deputy Principal, HOD, Head of Department for IT, TG, Tech Guy at our school, me. So I'm in grade 8 and our school has a BYOD, which means bring your own device. Policy where we can use our laptops instead of books in class. Now, here's the deal. At the start of this year, there was a new policy introduced that would not let us charge our laptops at the school. The policy said something along the lines of, students are not allowed to use school PowerPoints to charge any personal devices. So, I was not the only one in our class annoyed at the policy, as most people's laptops die in class, and then they get punished for the laptop dying. So, it was only a matter of time before someone did something. I was hanging around with my friends in TG's room. I know him fairly well. I decided to make a change.org petition to get the policy lifted. I went home that night and typed out a 10,000-word article on how the policy disadvantages most students and how the risks that it's supposed to prevent are not that dangerous. One of my other friends is fairly influential. It has about 6.3k followers on Instagram, so I got home and asked him to spread the petition link. At around 10 p.m. that night, we had a solid 300 signatures. The school had around 900 people attending. I was pretty excited to get back to school. I walk into class with my fully charged laptop ready to procrastinate doing my work. It was the first period and it was about 5 minutes to lunch, and another one of the tech guys, who I knew but was more rule-abiding and strict from the other TG. He was about 5'5" and had a long ginger beard. This isn't relevant, he just looked like a lumberjack. So he comes in and asks me and another friend, who helped make the change.org petition, so I walk with him and go straight into the deputy's office. There are 4 of us. F1, my Croatian friend who helped me the most. F2, another friend more American. F3, a slightly Indian friend. Dept, do you know why I've brought you all here? Me, yes, about the petition. Dept, evil grin across face. So you 3 know why you're here. F1, yes, I helped him a bit. F2, no. F3, no. Dept asked F2 and F3 to come over and look at her screen. It was painful watching her sort through emails for 5 minutes trying to find a screenshot someone sent her. Dept, were you aware that he put your name on the petition? F2, no. F3 says no to me. F3 to me, why did you put my name on it? Basically, I made the petition. I wanted to get my friends out of trouble, so I got them out of trouble, and they went back to period 2. Now at this point, I'm waiting for PR to get out of a meeting so that she can speak to me about it. I ended up waiting about 90 minutes for her to talk to me, and then all heck goes down. PR, why did you put this petition up? Me, because I wanted to change the no chart. Cuts me off. You realize there are better ways of doing that. Me, I know. I tried, but no one listens. PR, okay, well, you didn't need to make a petition. PR, I've been receiving spam emails about the petition. She shows me about 60 emails of people spamming her about the petition. I am so proud that I'm P4. Me, I made the petition to show who. Cuts me off. PR, you want to know why I took so long? Me, why? PR, I had to speak to our legal team. Me, confused.jpg. PR, you are not allowed to use mine or Hod's email and our names are private information. Me, it's not private. Anyone can see it. PR, stop being a smart aleck. PR, you are not allowed to use the school logo on your petition. PR, I will be checking tomorrow to see that it's deleted. Otherwise, I will be speaking with your parents. PR, also, you were saying all of this without reading the rules. You are allowed to charge during breaks and before and after school. Idea. I already knew that you couldn't delete petitions, but I fixed the petition to follow the rules. So what I did, I redacted and censored all the information. I sent out a reminder saying that we were being censored and we're still working on making a difference. Around 2 days go by and nothing. She doesn't complain, I don't complain. I go down to the library to charge at break. Long story short, the librarian kicks me out for charging. I argue that PR told me I could charge, but that doesn't go in. Now this is where the good stuff comes in. The rules say that we aren't allowed to use school PowerPoints to charge. The revenge. It had been the full week and we had the same class. Note that the HOD for IT is a 70-year-old woman that doesn't know what Alt-Tab is. I heard from TG that they only hired her because budget cuts. She was already head of department for maths, and they didn't have to pay her more to be head of IT. Anyways, I buy a generator online that is noisy, but not enough to be considered noise pollution, but it's still annoying. I have HOD first period. The classroom is on the same level and block as TG's room. I take a generator up there and keep it at TG's room. I take my laptop to his place saying that my trackpad isn't working. I just disabled it. I walk into the class wheeling my generator and my friend just cracks up laughing. HOD is super mad and tells me to get out. We argue that I'm not doing anything wrong. She gives up. You can slowly see her breaking during the lesson, getting more mad. My laptop was at 100%. I was happy. I didn't care. Coincidentally, 3 days later, the policy gets lifted. We're now allowed to freely charge. Edit. BYOD means bring your own device. Edit 2. For everyone talking about the generator, it was more of a UPS, which is a power supply. But but it could be used with petrol. Fan whirling was one of the most annoying parts. Edit 3. My parents are fairly wealthy, so they let me buy the generator. Way to flex. Good job. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, leave a like or a comment. And if you like my content, you can subscribe. But now that you've made it through the video, I am not gonna steal the cookie off of your phone's emoji thing. Yeah, see you guys in some amount of time.